but I was curious, what have you noticed that give women big egos?
So yeah, I definitely say certain jobs, certain fields can give a woman a big ego. College gives women a huge ego just by the fact that they're there, they're earning a degree, and obviously they're. We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now, right now, right now. Tell the whole pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Oh, this is a perfect guy to have on to react to this too. What's going on? Reclaim your throne. How are you?
What up? What up? How you doing?
Good. I'll let you react to the rest of this and then I'll give you the question for the day.
Okay.
This woman was very triggered because I said that any woman that tells men what to do is a feminist.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a Christian woman. So
okay. Let's get it.
That are very successful at stirring up controversy and generating, reactions, have to be reminded that calling something an ist or an ism is not a refutation. All you're doing is naming something. Name away. If that's what helps you to sort the information you're hearing, categorize it in your mind, but you're not refuting the position.
But they don't understand. They're coming from an egalitarian model. Because if you're telling men what to do, then you think of yourself as the same or above them because you're telling them what to do. So yeah, go ahead.
So to catch up, reclaim your throne. So she used the clip of Pearl because Lila said that it's her duty to tell men to not watch porn and and all these different things. And Pearl says, well, that's why you're a feminist, because you're a Christian, but you take it upon yourself to tell men what to do. And this woman is trying to say that that's a worldly view, because that not considering a woman's position is not Christian-like, and Pearl's coming from a worldly view and all this stuff. And we're like, what?
And I said that was her ego crashing out. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to go biblical, the Bible is very clear about women, not leading the church, not speaking up, being seen and not heard. So, I mean, I don't think that's the route that she wants to go to justify her point. But, you can tell that she's kind of like a hit dog hollering right here, because she obviously is, desiring to tell men what to do, how to act, how to maneuver in society, but ultimately to benefit women. It's not really how the man can become successful or how he can earn more, for his own self-esteem, but it's more of a fact that so he can just be a better man to the women or what they believe to be a better man. So that's kind of what I'm picking up from what she's saying and what her vibe is coming across as.
Yeah. So going back to the topic, because I just thought it'd be fun to react to that. I was talking about things that build up women's egos. And then I've noticed that when they have like certain jobs, they get big egos, especially nagging positions. Like I put project managers, management positions, social media 90% of the time, female preachers, politicians, political commentators, lawyers, where it's really just us repeating information and like we just start to think we're God's gift to the earth. That's some stuff I've noticed, but I was curious, what have you noticed that give women big egos?
So yeah, I definitely say certain jobs, certain fields can give a woman a big ego. College gives women a huge ego just by the fact that they're there, they're earning a degree, and obviously they're being told, so women are outpacing men in college. So them just enrolling, even if they don't finish or not, it still gives them a big ego that they enrolled or they got accepted into a college, because they're assuming, okay, well, majority of men ain't shit because they're not going to college. But the reality is men have opted out from college because they've seen it as a scam, and they're actually getting into the trades and more specialized fields that ultimately, earn close to six figures right out of high school. So, she thinks she's doing better than men, but obviously she's kind of, actually setting herself back, especially if she's taken out a massive amount of student loans. So those degrees are definitely something that, boosts or inflates a woman's ego, especially if she is an unattractive woman. That degree is going to bolster 100% her whole self-esteem. Like if she is not cute, if she's not like, the it girl, or if she doesn't have that it factor, as far as attractiveness wise, she's going to lean on that degree more than anything else, because that's her only saving grace to say, hey, see, I can't contribute to a relationship. I have a degree, and, I can go 50-50 with a man.
Have you ever noticed the harder the degree the woman gets, the uglier the woman? So like female engineers, they're just always chopped.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, go ahead.
Some of the best advice my father ever gave me was, those who don't have to won't, right? So women that are so pretty, they don't have to get degrees. They don't have to achieve. So a lot of women, the kind that'll go into a male-dominated field and break down all these academic barriers and climb the corporate ladder, they're so ugly that they have to do it.
Yeah, and also being a teacher gives a woman ultimate, confidence, because overconfidence actually, because she's, directing kids, and she thinks she knows more than you just because she's babysitting other people's kids all day.
Dude, you got it. Man, I never thought about that. That's true.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one.
Actually, I think the bitchiest girls on our volleyball team absolutely were teachers.
Like seriously, like I used to work at this elementary school, and I was doing some work for the Boys and Girls Club, like some fitness coaching and stuff. And the female teachers, they'd be like 250 pounds, but they'd have the utmost confidence, and they'd be trying to tell me how to do my job. And I'm sitting up here like, we are not in the same category. Like, honey, I'm getting paid more than you, and I'm just showing up for a couple hours. So, they definitely have the utmost confidence for no reason when they're teachers, especially if they're teachers of small children.
Really, you think it's worse when they're younger?
Oh yeah, because it's harder to control those younger kids, so they feel like they're doing more. Like, when women have kids and they're saying, oh well, being a mom is the hardest job. In reality, it really isn't. The hardest thing about being a mom is being pregnant. That's the hardest thing. Once the baby pops out, it's really not that hard.
And then, Pearl, when you're dating a woman that teaches elementary school, they always have that elementary school teacher voice. So you'll be a grown man, and they'll be like, so here's what we're gonna do today. Okay, we're gonna do this. All right. It's like, stop doing that.
It's patronizing.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yep. They can't turn it off.
Yeah, and then they'll incorporate whatever subject that they're teaching that day into the conversation. So like if you're dating a teacher, if you're on dating apps, yeah, like if you're on dating apps and you date a teacher, you swipe right on the teacher, you actually link up with her, she doesn't flake. She is going to incorporate whatever lesson that she taught in that class into your date, and she's going to bring it up and try and quiz you and see, oh, am I smarter than this guy? And if you can't answer the questions correctly off of a curriculum that you learned 620 whatever, however long it was ago since you were in elementary school or middle school, then she's going to be like, oh, this guy's dumb, he's not as smart as me because he doesn't remember trigonometry or some shit like that. So she's going to incorporate what she's teaching in the class in that date or in that relationship and see if you, quote unquote, know more than her.
And she's teaching elementary school.
Yeah, everything you say.
Literally.
What do you think is worse, dating a lawyer or an elementary school teacher as a woman?
I mean, the lawyer would be worse from a marriage aspect, because you got the divorce courts. But I mean, the elementary
About
school
dating.
teachers, I mean, in many cases, they're just insufferable because, a lawyer, at least there's somebody that they necessarily have to answer to. A teacher, all they have to do, if they don't like their principal, they just go to the school board and complain about it. And they can get that guy fired if they get enough, of those teachers on their side. But with a lawyer, they got to answer to the judge. They can't really get the judge fired. There's a hierarchy in that courtroom. So besides the divorce angle, I would say teachers 100% on a day-to-day who's bitchier basis is going to be that teacher.
I can't.
Wow.
Even
Do you have any more of these? These are great. These are great.
Yeah.
Give me more.
I can go down a whole bunch of different professions.
Yeah, keep going. That's great.
Okay, well, female athletes. I mean, we all see what's going on with the WNBA. Pay me as what I'm worth and all that kind of stuff. They are very difficult to deal with because, for one, they have higher physical standards because obviously they're athletic, so they want an athletic guy. That's reasonable. But then, they think that they're doing something really difficult every day, and for the average woman, it probably is. But for a man, that's breakfast. We wake up, we do 100 burpees and it's nothing. But to these women, it's the hardest thing that anyone is doing. And they feel like they're doing more than anybody. So female athletes, definitely something to watch out for when it comes to, unfounded confidence.
No, that's so true. Do you know what's crazy? I did a tournament we had a literal guy there playing in it, like a trans person, and they were yelling at me because I said something. I don't care if they get beat up. I do not care. I don't care. But and it's crazy because if you tell them they don't deserve as much money because we suck, like compared to the men, they get so mad. They like crash out. It's like
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like if you watch the WNBA highlights, honestly, the WNBA looks worse than women's college basketball. It's so bad, and there's no structure, and the egos on those basketball teams are insanely massive. So,
yeah. What else? Give me more. These are hilarious.
What about nurses?
Yeah, nurses. Here's the thing about nurses: they're serving everybody all day. So when they get home, they're not serving their husband.
Yeah, they have nothing left.
Nothing left. Nothing. The only thing left for you is for you to lend them your ear, and they're gonna talk your head off about all day, about what they saw this and who's cheating on who in the office. Meanwhile, they're lusting after the doctor, trying to fuck the doctor, but they gonna come over here and tell you some gossip about another nurse who's doing the same thing that she wants to do.
Or even worse, nurses are heroes.
Right.
Jeez, ever since that started, cook.
You guys are funny. What else? What
I
else you
save
got?
lives every single day. Girl, you wipe ass every day. That's what you do.
Right.
I save lives. I'm a nurse. And it's how they feel, and you can't argue with them about it. It's awful.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all brought up this, but therapists, female therapists.
That's a good one.
I mean, especially if they work with men, I mean, the egos are through the roof.
And then they try to psychoanalyze you, right?
Well, and that's the thing, because I was head down there. So has this been your experience, bro, where female therapists think that their degree in social work or their degree in psychology makes them the arbiter of reality?
Yeah.
So they're trained to interpret all reality. So what they do is, talking to a female therapist, you're always on the back foot, always, because they're always trying to figure out that you can't make a permanent stance on something because they always try to question you. It's awful.
Yeah, they believe they're doctors. They think that they're doctors. I mean, just look at we see the Sadia Khan situation here. She wasn't even a real therapist. Like, she didn't even, but she was claiming that she was, and she was trying to embrace that, because once you get into that field and you believe you think you know somebody before they've even opened their mouth. Like, that's what they really believe, and that's why their egos are insufferable to deal with.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.